All right, guys, top of the morning. Happy June 27th, day after Silas's 7th birthday. It is wild. It is crazy how quick time flies by. If you have children, then the measurement of time is completely different than when you do not have children. And so I can remember when Amanda was pregnant, and just these years have flown by, but I've grown. He and my kids have made me a better person. And, as much as they love us, we love them even more for the growth that they instill within us. And so just super proud to be a father, super proud to be here with you guys. And so we're going to kick this thing off. Since my buddy is in white, it is white shirt day. Patrick got his fresh cut, he's got a fresh tee on. I'm going to go over to you, big dog. You're going to take us out on the field. But before we do so, my man, send a quick sentiment of why it's important for people to get their cameras on, be here, be present in the moment, bro. I'm going to have that come from you, not from me, because I've already said it 3 times. So Patrick, let's go ahead and start us off, big dog. Let's roll.
Yeah, happy Friday. Good morning, and thanks for putting me on the spot. And put your cameras on, because if you're not putting 100% in to anything that you do, then you're failing, right? I mean, you got to show that you care. And if you actually do care, then put your face on, man. We don't bite, just put your smiles on and all that. But anyways, I want to start off the Friday. I feel good. I woke up, did my run, got my workout in. But I do want to share a quote that I heard through one of my motivation videos, and it said, "Your obstacles are only as big as your goals." And reason why I want to share that is because if you're going through something right now, a head scratcher, if you're going through a problem that you feel like you're scared or anxious, I want to challenge you and shift that mindset of nervousness into excitement. Because if you're facing a hurdle that's the biggest you've ever faced, that just means your goals are getting bigger and better and you're getting closer to it. So that's what I want to leave up to y'all. Happy Friday. Hope everyone has a
Wow. Big dog, I appreciate this. And look at, like, Patrick didn't just roll out of bed. He's been up, he's exercised. I'm saying you have to work out in the morning. I'm not saying I'm not that guy. I work out in the evening time, but he's already prepped. He's ready. He's got his mind ready. He's ready to be here, camera on, be in this moment. You guys, I read something the other day. It said, have a vision so strong that it demands discipline, right? That it just demands discipline. That I'm so driven by a purpose, a cause, and a crusade that it simply demands my discipline. That there was no other option. There's no other way. And so I appreciate that sentiment this morning. Jake, I didn't know you had such a dope backdrop. I feel like I should go to my actual office, because what is that? Is that your liquor cabinet? You're on mute, big dog.
Oh yeah, that's my bar. My little
bar. Very nice. Very nice. I love it. All right, guys. So we are going to talk about, obviously, action. On Friday, we like to unpack action. I like to talk about habits. I like to talk about routines, rituals. I like to talk about mindsets, belief, things that are moving the needle in your business. And so today I want to have a moment of reflection. So is it okay? Do I have permission just to be, first off, real with everybody? Do I have that permission? Because I'm going to do it anyways if I don't, because that's just who I am and how I roll. But part 2 of this, do I have the permission just to take us a little bit further today? Do I got permission to go a little bit deeper with everyone? Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, cool, you guys. I appreciate you guys. So let's get into the conversation for today. Let me pull up my slides. All right, cool. Actually, I'm going to go back over to Patrick, because ironically, I have a quote on here and it kind of aligns with what you just shared. So I'm going to go here, big dog. Let me share my screen. Boom, bam, we're in. All right, cool. All right, go ahead and read this out loud for us, Patrick.
Oh, I only see part of it.
Stop sharing and then let me share again. All right, tell me when you can see it. It should be on now.
Right there.
There it is.
The blueprint is believing in yourself. The cheat code is discipline and consistency.
I mean, it's in direct alignment with what you said. You guys, it's super, super simple. First and foremost, you got to believe in yourself, your ability to impact, to grow, to make a difference in this world. I heard somebody say, listen, I'm not just here to, be a realtor. I'm not just here to be a coach. I'm not just here to be a sales leader. I'm not just here to be an operation. I'm here to leave my blueprint on mankind. I'm here to leave my blueprint on humankind. Like, that in itself it took it so much bigger, and the thought of that. So first and foremost, you have to believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, truly, truly, I promise you, everything around you will start to reflect that belief in yourself. But if you're doubting, if you're not taking the steps, if there's not congruency with what you're doing, how you believe in yourself, you'll feel it. You'll feel it. And so the cheat code is discipline and consistency. So here's what I want to do today. Listen, I got permission from you guys to go a little bit further today. And that's exactly what I want to do. It's Friday. And instead of just having a conversation about the action that you took, I want to have a little bit deeper of a conversation about what this actually looks like and how we showed up and how we performed during our week. Now, what I want to encourage you to do, if you're that person that perpetually comes to Keep It Moving group coaching and you have never done this, if you've never done this, or if you have never used the reaction button down below and simply raised your hand, gave an emoji, I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to speak up. I think of the Patricks of the world, of the Jessica Segura Hernandez's of the world. I think of the Blessings of the world, Brianna, Brandy, Chris. I just think about all these faces that through our time together and through our journey with Keep It Moving, they've raised their hand, even at times where they didn't want to raise their hands, but they were pushed, they were forced in some way personally, not by me, and they got themselves in the moment. And what I've seen is that they have gotten even more stronger. They have developed their skills. They are passionate about now helping other people. And so you guys, use this platform to help you grow, not only in your business and your mindset and your beliefs and your behaviors, but also in your ability to get outside of your comfort zone. If you've never spoke on group coaching, you guys, I promise you, Patrick, can you attest to that, that if you speak up in this group, you will grow?
100%.
Brianna, can you attest that when you speak up in this environment, you truly grow, get yourself out of your comfort zone?
Absolutely. And I am going to say, you did force me to do it. You put me in that place, and you called on me when I didn't call on myself. So that one, no, you did.
That was in person, huh?
Yeah, it was the very first time you pushed me to get out of my comfort zone to where now I don't even feel nervous getting on things like this. It doesn't even faze me. I'm in my car, no more shaky hands. I've now stood up in rooms, Zooms, all of it with care, loving pushes. But yeah, no, you definitely called on me and pushed, and I am so thankful for it because the growth has been amazing.
Let's go. Let's go. And Brianna's celebrating her very first flex deal in contract. And so we're super, super excited for her. So let's go, you guys. And listen, one more time, I'm going to just do a quick check-in with everybody. I see a lot of faces here, and I'm very, very grateful. However, I want you here in this moment with your cameras on. Be present. Let me see your beautiful smiling faces, you guys. Let's get right into this. Actually, we're not doing this one. I've done that one before. Sorry. Wait. Why is this like this? Hold on. I have some things that I have to hide. Really quick, hold on, give me a second. Where did all my things go? Okay, cool. All right, there we are. Let's go back to my reflection. I have some things that were hidden, so let me unhide these really quick, and I'll do this here. Brianna, did you know that when Brandy came to the class or to the sesh today, her Zoom says Brandy and Brianna? That's how connected you two are.
That's because yesterday for Conversion Clinic, we were in the car together. So we had to make sure that was us giving Vernon hell. So, you know.
Yeah, you guys are thick as thieves. And it's really cool to see the relationship and how it's really evolved during our time together. So let's do this, you guys. Now, sorry, I had all these pages hidden, and now they're no longer hidden. So I want to encourage everyone to get involved in the conversation. Like I said, we're going to go a little further today. But let's just start out with this. What did your actions this week say about your desire to succeed? Okay, and I just want to start there. Did you operate out of your true commitment, or did you do things that were convenient for you? Right? When you think about this question, did my actions really, really reflect my true desire? Right? Because we're not here to front. We're not here to put a thin veil around what we are not doing or are doing in this business. Listen. did your actions this week, what did your actions this week say about your true desire to succeed? Did you operate out of your true commitment to hit your targets for phone calls, for videos, for doors knocked? Or did you just operate based on what was convenient? Who wants to be the first bold person to answer this question? I don't care which side of the coin that you go on. I want to hear from you. So let's go. I got two people involved in the conversation. Love this. Princess, you're going to be the first one up. Let's go ahead and have you address this head on.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I can say that I'm actually seeing the fruition of all the amount of work and energy and time that I have put in. Last night, my buyer got into contract, so we are starting that next chapter. So
All right,
yeah,
Princess,
I'm super
you
excited.
can't, like, you know how I am. Like, man, when something hits my heart, like it's instant goosebumps. God, go on. Sorry, I'm so happy for you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. No, I know. And I was waiting for like, okay, Reflection Friday usually. I'm like, let me just go ahead and hit it. But yeah, a long time coming. So staying at it, still not giving up, not thinking, oh, it's not working, like keep trying no matter what, keep pushing that boulder, because eventually, I was telling Vernon, I said it feels like a dam, and once that crack happens, it's just gonna be a flood. So yeah, I'm super
Ah, man, I absolutely love this. And let's go back to people that I know in our environment. Let's go to Otis. Before he joined our team, he went a year without a contract. Julie, the numbers agent, she went almost 10 months without a contract. Jen, in 2020, went almost 9 months without a contract. Like, so you, like you said, you just kept on pushing, and then it finally started to roll down the hill. So, Princess, God, you and I have been rocking very close for 2 years now, and you've done intensity, you've come to coaching, and I'm just so happy for you. God, I'm happy for you. So congratulations. We won't celebrate 100% until it's over the finish line, but hey, you are there, and it's a culmination of all your effort, hard work, and dedication. Good stuff. Let's go, Jessica Segura Hernandez. I'll bring the question back up just in case somebody missed it. Let's roll.
Okay. So, I'm here to be honest with myself. What did my actions this week say about my true desire to succeed? I feel like I could have done better. I'm not sure if I got too comfortable with what I currently have, that I slowed down. But I just know that I can do better. And that's something that I actually had a conversation last night with Ugo, telling him how I felt sad and disappointed, because I'm not like, I'm trying to reflect and see what it is. I'm not sure if it's like summer, my family's home, I want to spend more time with them, and like I'm working less, or it's like I fell out of a routine where I'm waking up early, getting on calls, showing my face, like I'm tired most of the time. So I feel like I operated out of convenience this past week.
Listen, you guys, let's give some love, some light, some positive energy to Jessica for her to say that. And listen, despite her saying that, she is so humble because she is having an incredible year, incredible production year for being as new as she is in the business. But she still knows that there's things that she can be doing, because if she lets herself go, or lets her foot off the gas, is what I'm trying to say, she knows that that's going to show up later on in her business. And so I want you guys to spend the time with your family. I want your me time. I want you to reflect. I want you to sit idle for some time. However, let's not lose this momentum that you've had in this business. And sometimes we get a little bit of success, we start to make a little bit of money, and then we take ourselves away from the prospecting, the income producing activities, the showing up with your camera on. And Jessica, I'll be honest with you, I was surprised. There was days when you were coming to coaching and your camera wasn't on. I was like, this isn't like her, right? This isn't like her. Now, if you graduate out of Keep It Moving, you feel that this environment no longer serves you, then good. Then I love you and I appreciate you, and do whatever you feel serves you. But at the end of the day, that's what I've come to enjoy about you and expect from you is that you're here, you're present, and you're in this moment. And so Jessica, I appreciate you being so honest and vulnerable. Once again, you guys, love, light, positive energy to Jessica. Jessica, if you need some time with me just to reflect, look at your calendar, kind of recalibrate, you know you can get on my calendar. You and I can do private coaching sessions for the next 6 weeks. Just you and I, 1 hour every single week to make sure that you're on track, okay? That's my
Absolutely.
commitment to you, if you need anything at all. But Jessica, I love that. Lisa Torres, I'm going to go over to you. What's good? Let's hear it.
Good morning. So I'm kind of feeling similar to Jessica. I feel like I'm busy. I have things going. This week I feel like I have spent a lot of time trying to salvage deals. So a lot of energy has been going towards that, fixing problems, staying on the phone with clients for long, long hours. And so I have been making calls. I've been doing other prospecting things, planning things out, but not executing as many door knocks or calls, which I'll be doing today and tomorrow before my open houses. But yeah, I feel a little bit off this week.
Okay, listen, I appreciate you guys saying this because no matter what side of this that you're on, I just want you to be aware. I want you to identify and then say, okay, what is the solution moving forward? Like, what is the solution moving forward? You guys know what it feels like to be in flow. You guys know what it feels like to be in that state where things are coming to you. You're in a rhythm, right? You're out there doing the things, you're posting the content. And you know how it feels when you're out of rhythm, when you have no consistency, when you haven't put yourself on camera. You guys know how that feels. And so if you're aware and you're conscious of it, that's the first step. Now, what are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do about it going into the next week? And you sit with that. You decide what that's going to look like. You see, what I don't enjoy doing is I don't enjoy giving somebody the answers in the pathway. The pathway is already within you because if I give it to you, then that's my shit. I want it to be so aligned with who you are, your purpose and your cause that it drives you. Yeah, I'll help you and I'll be an accelerator, but at the end of the day, it needs to come from internal. So Lisa, Jessica, Princess, I appreciate your contributions. Well said. Appreciate your insight and being vulnerable. And let's go to the next one. I want you to quantify your week. How many hours did you actually spend on lead generation, follow-up, and revenue-driving activity? These are income-producing activities. Not your intentions, not your plan, your actual time. You see, let's listen to that last part again. It's not your intentions. You all have intention to make money. You all have intention to build something. Right? And it's a plan of yours to make money, to go and impact. But I want to know your actual time. You see, when you can look back at your calendar right now for the week, and you could say, you know what? I can truly, truly calculate the amount of time I spent on income producing activities. Now I can truly start to measure how well I'm performing. Did I do the things that I know that I needed to do? So I want you guys to look at this. Once again, your calendar reflects your ambition. Everything in red, everything in yellow is mine. This is last week. Everything in red, everything in yellow is mine. This is the week before. So you guys get this. What I want you guys to do is be able to tell me, share with me, whoever wants to take this one, quantify your week. How many hours did you spend building your business, lead generating, knocking on doors? I don't give a shit about how many times you checked your inbox. I don't care how many times that you went to a networking event. I get all that. But tell me how you drove revenue in your business this week and how many hours. And if you don't have a number, that should be a fucking wake-up call for you. If you don't have a number, sitting here on Friday, you planned everything out on Sunday night, and you've gone through this entire week. If you don't have a number, ladies and gentlemen, that needs to be a red flag and a wake-up call for you. If Haroon, if Patrick, if Brandy, if Antu, if Jake looks back at their week and be like, damn, Elias, what did I actually do this week? I didn't really do any prospecting. And then I look at my bank account and I look at the impact that I want to make and I look at the struggle that I'm having. Well, it's my fucking fault. It's my fault. So I want somebody bold to take this one. You either have your numbers, and I think the person that's going to take this question knows how many hours that they spent this week on revenue generating activities. Who wants to take this question? Quantify your week. How many hours did you actually spend on lead generation, follow-up, and revenue driving activity? Not your intentions, not your plans, but your actual time. Who wants to take that one? I know you guys have built your calendars and have intentionality and know what you're doing and have spent time prospecting. Is anybody going to take that
I
one?
volunteer Hugo.
You volunteer Hugo. All right, so listen, Hugo, you got volunteered, but Caesar threw his hand up. And so before we go to Hugo, and damn, she did you like that, bro. She did you like that, all right? Caesar, I'm gonna have you contribute because I'd love to hear from you, but I'm gonna ask you something. There it is. Let's go, big dog.
Yeah, so I think I spent around 2 hours prospecting. So I just put up a listing last Thursday, and what I've done was 2 hours, and I was calling everyone who looked at my property on Real Scout, looked at it through the MLS, as well as called every single agent who pulled disclosures, and all the potential buyers that walked in. And from that, I was able to get 2 leads who were interested in purchasing the property, and they wanted to work directly with me to buy the property.
Okay, first off, congratulations on the success. Now, is 2 hours, do you feel that that's enough for you this week based on the time you give to this game?
No.
Okay, and if you were to up that number, what does that number look like for you?
In terms of, I would say I would say about 6 hours. So roughly I want to do 6 hours.
Okay,
And
cool,
I
man.
think that would elevate my game.
Absolutely, and I agree with that 100%. What standing in your way of hitting that 6 hours?
I think it's just the amount of people that I can call. Actually, yeah, the amount of people I can call. So I think I did call someone else. It was a lead that Angelica and I worked on in Oakland, and they just, I've set a reminder on my calendar to call this person back, and luckily they did answer, and that's where I got that That's where I got that lead from as well.
All right, so you guys, Patrick, I'm going to go to you. There's something here humbling that Caesar is saying. What are you hearing Caesar say? Patrick, I just want to hear your insight. You probably picked up on it. I heard something humbling, but what did you pick up on when Caesar was talking about the amount of time that he gave this game this week?
No, even though that, he got some success in production, he self-analyzed and said, you know what, kind of like what Jessica was saying, it's, I could do better. There's always room for improvement. And I like that.
Right. That's right. And he's humble and he's saying, you know what? Yeah, I got 6 hours of me. I got 6 hours of me. And so I appreciate that, Caesar. Now that you can reflect and that you're conscious of it, now you can make the necessary adjustments. Because what I want for you more than anything is I want this one listing to turn into multiple listings, right? We know right now the buyer activity is higher than it's been year over year. We know that there's more inventory. So we know that there's more buyers in the market right now. So you use this listing as a vessel to go and capture so many more leads by social media, by doing your door knocking, going talking to the local, restaurants, bakeries, people in the area that have businesses, telling them about your listing and you highlighting their business because the people who are coming to your listing are going to probably stop by for a coffee or for a scone. So man, you're building and building off of this vessel that you've created. So what I want for you is I want multiple lines of opportunity for you from this one listing. So well said, Caesar. Let's go, Hugo, since you were thrown right in the fire, big dog. Let's roll.
So, Coach, good morning, everybody. So I spent 5 hours prospecting and then 4.5 hours in my database. So calling people that are already in my database, trying to revive people. And then people that I added to my database, I added 3 people. Conversations, I'm not sure. I haven't checked my tracker, my follow bots. I don't have my computer. But I think where I'm at right now is I'm trying to set appointments, right? Because I can add people to my database all day, but I feel like, trying to pick up that conversion in terms of setting appointments is where I'm at. But yeah, those are my numbers.
Let's go. Let's go. I
And
absolutely
I
love.
only volunteered him because I've been seeing him in the office on the phones, just like in focused mode, like on the dialer.
You know what? I love this. Hugo, I want to ask you a question. Take yourself back off of mute. From the amount of calls that you're making, how many of these calls are you recording?
They're all recorded. They're in Follow Up Boss, so that's what I'm planning on doing. Booking a time on your calendar because I just like realistically speaking and being honest, I just started being consistent like about 3 weeks ago. So I have like 3 weeks of data of consistently prospecting. So when I get to week 4, I'm planning on booking a session with you. Pulling up the calls, the longest calls, and seeing what I could do better in terms. So I'm still in the beginning stages, but planning on operating out of consistency moving forward.
And his
I
calls
love,
are pretty fire. Like I was like,
yes, I
no.
love. Look at Vanessa saying Hugo's a beast on the phone. Patrick, once again to you, my man. Sorry for calling on you so many times. What can he expect from us just listening to calls together and getting polishing points? What can he expect?
Sorry, you cut off there mid-sentence. What was that?
Yeah, well, I said, what can he expect when he books a call with me to go over the recordings that he's made in Follow Up Boss?
Man, all I can say is I did 4 deals last year and I started booking one-on-ones with you, Elias. And shortly after that, I mean, my best production year is right now. And I'm in like, what, 8 deals right now. And the reason why is because Elias has this way to, it stuck with me. He said, we're Wu-Tang, we're wordsmiths, right? And you're just going to see improvement. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited for you.
Yes, sir. I'm
Yeah,
excited too.
me too, Matt. Listen, it's one of my favorite things to do. There's things in this industry that I don't enjoy doing. I don't enjoy contracts, so don't call me with your contracts unless it's an emergency on a Saturday. But what I truly, truly enjoy is I truly enjoy converting over the phone and helping you guys just perfect that, right? Like I'm mad on the phone. I'm mad on the phone. You get me on the phone and I got a really, really high close percentage. I'm mad on the phones. And so, man, like I look forward to this. This type of stuff gets me super, super excited. So, bro, create that body of work. This goes for everybody. Create your body of work. Now that you have a body of work, we can analyze it. Well, if you're not sending a shit ton of emails, then how do you know how well you're writing and how well that's received? You don't know because you're not writing enough emails. If you're not creating a bunch of content, good, bad, shitty content, then you can't analyze how well that content's working for you. So everything comes down to you creating a body of work. You want coaching, you want help, then come to the table with a body of work and says, here's my fucking bag. Here's my bag. Here's everything in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to find out what needs to stay in that bag and the new things that should be added to that bag. So Hugo, I'm really stoked for you. And I appreciate you being honest and saying, you know what, coach, I've been consistent the last 3 weeks. This is part of my flow, my routine, and I'm going to get to 4 weeks and then get on your calendar. Appreciate that. On to, let's go over to you. What do you got for us? Let me put this back on the screen so everybody can see it. Boom, bam, we're back up. Let's go on to.
Good morning, guys. So I think I did about maybe 20 hours of production activities or generating, um, money producing activities this week. But maybe altogether for real estate, I spent about 30 hours this year on work or this week on work. But, we still have 3 days left today and 2 more days, and I'm hosting two open houses this weekend. So I'm sure it will come out to a pretty decent number altogether. But what I love is that my consistency of open houses, and that's probably one of my favorite things to do because I'm very much like people person. And that turns into like an amazing lead at the moment of this lady, this old Chinese lady, refused to even sign in, but took my card and my flyer, and then she like called me out of nowhere Friday evening at like 7 p.m. to talk about this open house that I hosted, and she wants to like talk more about it and put in an offer.
I
So
love it.
anyway,
I love it.
that's my production for the week.
You guys, I absolutely love this. Listen, bottom of the funnel leads right now are your open house leads. What a bottom of the funnel lead means is that these people have the highest propensity to get in contract within the next 3 months. Predictability in your business. Well, if you know that you have an open house, stop running frantic the morning of. You see, what you should be doing is you should be deploying the marketing timeline that we have spoke about. You should be going to the local restaurants. You should be knocking on the doors. You should be posting the video. You should be sharing it with the database. You should be sharing it with your sphere, sharing it with your hot leads. That one open house should be a multi-layer marketing approach because why? Right now, the buyers are out. The buyers are in more demand than they've ever been in the last 5 years. You guys, this is your time to be capitalizing on those buyers. And if you have an open house, which all of you on the team have an abundance of opportunities, you need to treat that as a vessel to capture so many leads or gain more engagement or gain more followers. You guys, it is your opportunity right now to seize, not to wake up at 9 o'clock for your fucking 11 o'clock open house, run around, put your signs out, get there, and you're frantic and you're not even ready. What? You see, oftentimes we treat an open house as a singular event, when that singular event is a multifaceted approach to gain, to get engagement, to bring awareness of what you're doing and create this omnipresent in all places at all times. That's exactly what I want for you guys. So on to, proud of you, appreciate you, well done. Kia, let's go to you.
Good morning, guys. So this week, I'm the opposite of Hugo. I am very inconsistent right now. I'm very new to the FAST team. So full disclosure. But I have put in about, I want to say maybe like 2-3 hours this week into real estate. In terms of revenue generating, I have a renovation company, so I have been going hard on that part. But I will share with you guys on the real estate side. So couple of my fasting partners actually we're in the process of kind of preparing for a couple of new open, like basically listings hitting the market. So with the market shifting and it being a buyer's market, it's been very difficult. So I actually spent a couple of hours just pounding the phones, making some calls, and I'm writing my second offer today.
Let's go. I appreciate it, Kia. And listen, first off, you started out with humility. You said, hey, I'm going to be humble. I'm not as consistent as Hugo. And I want to remind you, you have a 30-day checklist. Your 30-day checklist is a non-negotiable. You didn't join Fast Real Estate to go slow. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You joined this team because you wanted the structure, the community, all the resources, the tools, the coaching. And so do yourself that justice of getting through that 30-day checklist in 30 days or sooner. It's a 30-day checklist, but there's nothing stopping you from saying, you know what, I can do this in 25 days. Just get that out of the way, get that done with, because you didn't join this team to go slow. You came here to be fast. And so I appreciate you, Kia, appreciate your sentiment, and appreciate you sharing. All right, guys, we're going to continue cruising on. All right, I got another one for you guys. And like I said, you guys, man, I don't know if I've really slept that much this week, but I've been up super early. But I want to ask you guys, which pillars of pressure received the majority of your attention this week? The pillars of pressure are the ways that you're going out there and generating your business. It could be the community, your sphere of influence. It could be social media. It could be your door knocking, open houses. Those are your pillars of pressure. So I want you guys to answer the question of which of the 5 pillars received the most of your attention this week, and which pillar was neglected, and how is that showing up in the results or the lack thereof. For example, this week I hit the phones. It was me and Hugo. We hit the phones hard, and that was the pillar that we focused on this week. But man, we didn't create any content, right? We didn't create any content. There should never be a reason why you're not oscillating through these different things in your business. Now, sometimes you're going to be busier with an event, you're going hard on the marketing, but there should be this feel of like oscillating through the different types of pillars in your business. Because when you're doing that, you never know which one's going to pop off. Like, damn, finally somebody responded on social. Damn, somebody from the community. Damn, someone from door knocking. Someone from the open house called me that didn't even want to sign in. So I want someone to take that one. Which pillar did you put the most focus on this week? And which one do you feel was neglected and you need to put a little bit more emphasis on this next week? Who wants to take that one? And don't be shy. Okay, listen, think about everything that's been created up to this point. So we're either going to get a contribution or we're going to move forward from this question. So I'm going to go once. Kia, is that a clapping of a hands or is that a hand raise?
I put the wrong one.
Okay, listen, Kia, I'm going to come back to you in a minute. I'm going to go to Stephanie really quick and then I'll come right back to you, Kia. Okay, Stephanie, hit him with it.
This week, I think I definitely focused more on just engaging with my existing leads just running things for them. For me, I'm a lender, so I was just running lots of scenarios for everybody who's putting in offers. I primarily did that all week, but I did not do many follow-ups with my stale leads. So I am definitely going to be focusing on that for the next couple days because, as we know, we got to make sure that we're following up right. So I definitely fell short on that portion of it this week.
I appreciate you being so conscious and being aware of that and saying, you know what, now I need to step it up for next week. So I appreciate you sharing, Stephanie. And once again, my heart goes out to you and to your family. Condolences on your loss. And I know it's been a hard couple of weeks for you. Let's go, Kia. Kia, what did you have for us?
So yeah, as life kind of like slams all of us left and right in these whatever's going on, I probably need to focus a little bit more on just all my stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's just been really insane with I'm trying to go slow. And this is probably not the right time to be going slow, but I'm trying to go slow because I've got so many moving parts and I'm afraid to drop balls. So with that said, I think I need to kind of for next week shift a little bit, focus more into my real estate, perhaps do a little bit more follow-up, do catch up on all my kind of admin and, you know, things that I need to do, like follow-up boss. I need to set some systems up in place.
Yeah. Yes, I love this because you have to think about the follow-up boss as an operational efficiency. You've heard me say these words, your rocks. Well, if we know that the main focus is you guys generating leads, doing the open houses, door knocking, social media, all the things. Well, as soon as we do that and we commit to that action, well, the next thing is what is the system that supports that action that I did? It's an operational efficiency. That is a rock. It's an immovable. And at the core of that is your CRM. And so we know that the main focus is for you to go out and generate business. Well, once we have that, what is the flow that I'm going to take this consumer through? And so since you're aware of that, do something about that. Watch the tutorials, give yourself a deadline and a commitment. You see, the pressure doesn't exist until time is associated to that. Once you put some time associated to it, now the pressure becomes real, right? That's why whenever you say, I want to throw an event, wonderful, I'm thinking about this, good, go put it on the calendar. Go put it on the calendar, and then everything will start to work for you because you'll start to give yourself that pressure, that tension. So Kia, the fact that you can articulate that and say that out loud, let's do something about it, okay?
Okay.
All right, Hugo, you threw your hand up one more time, bro. Appreciate all your contributions. What do you got for us?
Yes, sir.
Did
So
Lisa,
I feel like
did Lisa do this to you again?
you could say so, but I want to be honest. I feel like I did like go hard on the pillar of in terms of like making calls, but I did run away from that open house marketing timeline. You know, the knocking on doors, the making a video and, you know, posting it on social media, making a Facebook event. You know, I have an open house tomorrow that I picked up, and, you know, again, I feel like, you know, I ran away from that. So, you know, moving forward, the next open house that I do host, I don't think I'm gonna host one next Saturday because usually on Zillow, when it's my Zillow shift, Saturdays are for Zillow. But the week after that, I am planning on, like how you just mentioned, just once the open house is on the calendar, put the door knocking on the calendar and put the other events. Oh shit, what happened?
You guys, it's all good. I heard you. Listen, this type of marketing for your open house is not being done across the nation. Literally, like I've presented this to you guys and I've shared this, but I share this with other teams in the country and through EXP. And they're like, whoa, like this is great. At the end of the day, it's just multifaceted or multi-approach marketing. That's all it is. You got the vessel, and I really don't give a shit about that house selling. That house is going to sell, or even if it doesn't sell. I'm not there to rep that house. I'm there to capture. I'm there on social media to capture. I'm there door knocking to data mine and to capture, right? That's why I'm doing this. And so leverage the shit out of your open house. And listen, if you have an open house on Sunday, you should go out right now, find a local business, not a chain, a local business. Anderson's Bakery, the best coffee shop, the best taco shop, and go out there, shoot that video. Hey guys, I'm getting the best breakfast in this area. I got this, I got the best latte. I'm actually 1 mile away from my open house on Sunday. So before you come to my open house, stop here. Make sure you say hi to the owner, Mary, and make sure that you guys bring me a latte. And I have some fun with it. And what I'm saying is that when you post that, you collaborate with them and just shoot your shot. Now, they're not always going to put that on their wall, but I'll tell you what, sometimes they will if it's a decent video. Then if at the very least, they put that shit on their story. Now, other people are seeing you and you get to leverage OPA, other people's audience. You guys, it works time and time again if you do it consistently. So Hugo, once again, big dog, I appreciate your contributions and I appreciate your insight. Let's keep cruising. Are your habits today aligned with the version of yourself you claim you are becoming? Oof. Sit with that one for a second. Are your habits today aligned with the version of the self that you claim you are becoming? If not, what habits need to die that what needs to rise in their place? You see, you guys, we talk about alignment, we talk about purpose, we talk about your crusade, we talk about your mission, all these things. You see, your habits directly affect where you're, or impact or reflect where you're going in this business. It's not about just today. It's like, where are you going? So you got to ask yourself, are your habits today aligned with the version that you are telling yourself and telling the people that you are becoming? Oh, I'm doing this. I'm going to be a top producer. I'm going to ball out. I'm going to provide for my mom. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my family on vacation. I'm going to pay off all my debt. I'm going to make sure that I free myself of any financial challenges that I have. Like if those are the things that you truly, truly want, and that is your vision that you're claiming for yourself, are your habits today aligned with that? And if they are, I want you to give me a thumbs up. And if they are not, I want you to give me a thumbs down. And see, thank you, Jake, and thank you, Kia, or I see a half of one. Thank you, Jamie. You see, at the end of the day, you can remove me from this conversation. You've got to sit with that. You've got to sit with that. You see, the vision is so deep that it demands my discipline. It demands it, right? You guys, there is no question about consistency in my life. And I want to be an example for you, right? I want to be an example to show you how to manage your time, your energy, how to do the most important things, how to have purpose, have a cause, to be driven, run through the wall type of fucking energy, right? I want to be an example for you guys, but I can't want this more for you than you want it for yourself. I can't. I could do everything in my power. I could muster all the energy. I could come with as much passion, business strategies, sharing testimonials. But at the end of the day, I cannot want this game more for you than you want it for yourself. I can't. That's deep work. So we have to do some reflection to say, you know what? Are my habits today aligned with the version of myself that I claim that I'm becoming? And if not, Hugo, put yourself on mute. If not, what habits need to die and what needs to rise in their place? Does that make sense, everybody? Ashley, does that make sense? Appreciate you guys. Ashley, did you lighten your hair or do something different?
Nope, just sitting in the sun. I'm wearing my Meta glasses. That might be it.
Okay. Any thoughts and contribution on that? Because you always got words of wisdom.
I'm just thinking about my habits. Last night I was up talking with an agent at 11 o'clock, writing an offer. I was reading The Go Giver till midnight. I was doing my follow-ups all day. I was by the pool with my kids because it's summer, but I was by the pool doing my follow-ups, and it just felt like confirmation. Like, yeah, I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the things
Yeah.
consistently for sure.
I love it. And as a result, where are you ranked in your company Money Store right now, nationwide?
The whole company right now, I'm at top 5%.
Top 5%. And then stay with me for a second. Don't put yourself on mute. How many people in the company?
There's, I don't know exactly, a couple hundred people, 300-400.
Listen, she does not become the top 5% by chance. You, my friends, do not sell $10 million plus worth of real estate volume by not having habits that are consistent and having discipline and having a true belief. It won't happen. You guys, it won't. You might get one or two deals here and there, but this is concerted, conscious, consistent effort, and we can see it and we appreciate it. And that's why your phone rings from a lot of our agents. They see how you show up here. They see like, oh, I'll go with Ashley. She's always on point. She's always here. She's always present. She's always providing us with game without asking for anything. And you are very, very humble. And so I appreciate you, Ashley. Now, what's the scorecard say, you guys? Are you proud of your results this week, or are you sugarcoating a mediocre performance? I'm just going to leave that one there for a second. What's the scoreboard say? Are you truly, truly proud of your results this week? Or are you just sugarcoating it? Are you putting on this front that, oh yeah, I had a great week. I had a great week. But then if we actually got on a coaching call and I looked at your calendar and I looked at your social media and I looked at your follow-up, boss, and I had to ask you, well, where? Show me, prove it. Right? So you got to ask yourself, am I proud of this week? Did you move the needle in your business this week? Consciously move the needle in your business this week, or did you play small? Did you move the needle in your business, or did you play small? And I want you guys to just take that moment to reflect. And if anything, I just want to hold a mirror up. Just want to hold a mirror up. And I want you to look at yourself and you answer to yourself. And if you don't like where you were this week, and if it's not a week of pride and it's a week of missed opportunities, then change that. How many weeks are you going to go throughout this year saying, damn it, I missed. Damn it, I was inconsistent. Damn it, I didn't make my calls. Damn it, I didn't. That shit stacks. But so does all the other behaviors. All the other behaviors of impound or compound. So you have to ask yourself, what am I compounding? Am I compounding inconsistency and letting myself down, or am I compounding consistency and edification of self? There's a compound effect happening in your business right now. You see, winning is a habit, but so is losing. Winning is a habit, and so is losing. You guys have to sit with that. Make sense, everybody? All right, cool. All right, let's continue cruising on. I want to talk about your growth for this week. What was the most courageous action this week? What uncomfortable move did you make that deserves recognition? And we're going to keep this as the last question for this session. What was the most courageous action that you took this week? What did you do that was uncomfortable that deserves recognition? And let's not just highlight the wins. Let's not just highlight what you did to get in contract. We know that, but I want to honor your growth as well. And that's why this is the last slide. So who wants to tell us about the most courageous action that you took this week? Maybe it was something that you did. You finally door knocked, you made that video. Maybe it was you made a call. Maybe it was you took that time to go to the gym, eat healthy, meal plan, whatever it was. I want at least one person to answer that question before we head out. Who's got something for me? And don't be shy. Who's got something for me? Lisa can't go again. Okay. Lisa, I want you to go again. I'm not saying you can't, but I want Cece to go first. Cece, let's go. What do you got for us?
Okay. Courageous. I just want to say too, I wasn't going to get on the call because I knew I was going to be late, but now I'm just, even if it's just 30 minutes, like I just took so many notes. So that's awesome. But courageous, I joined a gym, like a challenge, a P2P challenge, and I've never done it before. So today was the first day, and I also had to weigh myself, which was terrifying, because I don't need a scale to tell me what I already know. So yeah, I'm just excited that I really want to get my physical body together, because we've talked so much about, or you talk a lot about that, and I know that that matters. And there's a lot of moving parts to that, and just like they said, juggling everything. And I just want to get back on track with real estate, because I'm trying to just work in one more thing when I already have a full plate. So
I love this for you. I love this. And since you're back in the gym, give them one. Give them one.
well, I have my shirt on, but
She's like, let me take it off.
no, not yet.
we commit to this, right? Like, and for me, you guys, I hired a fitness coach, and it's not cheap, and it's not easy doing fucking meal planning. You know what we were doing last Sunday? Making fucking like sweet potatoes and cutting all the vegetables, then like making all the proteins. And my wife said, never again. I'm not doing this. I'm like, babe, because the fitness coach is like, oh, you'll have fun, and you'll bond, and you'll fucking smack asses in the kitchen. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. So I'm hiring a service. I'm going to get all my meal planning done, but my wife didn't enjoy it. But it was just like, I'm committed to this shit. Every single thing that I have eaten based on what he tells me to eat, it's in the app, it's tracked, and that shit's hard, right? And you don't realize how much it adds up. Oh, I had some nuts. Well, shit, I had the whole bag sitting here at the whole day. So I'm just like popping nuts. You don't realize how much fat is in the nuts. Oh, you got fucking Uncrustables in the kitchen. Oh, I'm working. I'm just going to get a quick bite of some. That's 430 calories, right? That's 23 grams of sugar. I'm like, how long is it going to take me to work out? So it's just like, you got to be conscious of these things. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. So well done. You guys, I'm in a state right now of true gratitude. And I'm going to share two things with you because it's really important that I share because I want to always be a walking example for you guys. I got on a call yesterday with the #1 team in the state of Arizona. And the only reason I was there is because the CEO of our company recommended that I speak for this company's or this team's mid-year review. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, Leo told me to talk to you. They put us in a group chat. Leo came on the screen. He said, Elias is here. And he's going to give a presentation. I'm like, it's so humbling, you guys. It's so humbling to think like the CEO of our company is recommending me to go talk to this top team in the state of EXP. But I didn't ask for any of that. What happened is that I've just kept my head down and I've focused on the impact that I truly want to make in this industry. And I put that video out yesterday to thank you guys because I truly, truly mean it. Thank you guys for making me a better person. All of you that are on the screen, and we'll see this in the future, and have been here in the past, like, thank you, because you guys make me a better person. If I'm not here, ready, prepared, if I came on this fucking call and I said, well, good morning, don't really have anything prepared, but let's talk, you guys would feel that. But on the other side, if you felt my care, my consideration, my passion, my preparedness, you guys feel that as well. And so I have an obligation and I have a duty to each of you. That is my responsibility. When you call me your coach, I do not take that lightly. Like, that shit fills me with emotion. Now, my title with the company is Director Sales and Coaching. Cool. But to be called a coach means the world to me. And so I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I want to share that with you. And I also want to share this with you guys. So I got the confirmation on July 25th that I'm actually an official speaker this year at Inman in San Diego. And reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I've spoken Inman before in New York and a couple other times, but this is my home city. This is my hometown where I left from sleeping on the streets in 2004 and moved out of San Diego. And I said, Inman's going to San Diego. I'm going to hit that main stage. That's my goal. This is since March, I followed up with them. I sent them emails, I sent them videos, I sent them an email, I sent them a video. I got on a call with the person that organizes the speakers. And then finally, they gave me confirmation to do my Popsicle Hotline presentation at Inman. And the reason why this is a monumental moment for me that I had to share, it's not being braggadocious at all. And the reason why I want to share this with you is this. Thank you for the information. I'm beyond grateful for this opportunity. Do you have a time frame of when I'll receive my social media assets? Also, on July 25th, my mother, who lives in San Diego, is having surgery on her carotid artery. If she was up to it, can I get her a day pass to watch my session? Please let me know in advance. The reason why I'm sharing this with you guys is because we are excited to have you speak. Absolutely. Please let me know if she is able to come and I can assign her a day pass. All I need to do is assign her a pass as her name and email address. So my mom is going through the most scary surgery of her life. Her doctor said that she's going to be good the next day. She'll be able to walk out, go home. But for my mom, like, to sit there and watch her son deliver a presentation in front of all those people, you guys, I had to share that with you. Like, that for me is a moment that means the world to me, right? It means the world to me. And so it's not about, let me just go and brag. No, I'm going to go out there and deliver something valuable to them. And then my mom's gets to sit there, who is my biggest fan, And she gets to sit there with the look of pride in her eyes because she knows how I left San Diego, right? Knowing that I was sleeping in a park before I left San Diego, to come back to San Diego 25 years later to speak on the biggest real estate stage in our industry, man, anything is possible, you guys. Anything is possible. So I want to be a walking testament to what is possible in this game. I feel like things are coming to me in abundance. I feel like I'm in a flow state. But you guys, it just is a indication to you that anything is possible. There's no reason all of you are not on that stage. No reason at all. So I want to share that with you guys. I want to get a thought and takeaway from you guys before we head out. And I'm going to go over to Gary Archer. Gary Archer, give us one key thought, one key takeaway before we close session. And I'm going to go to Kim Solar, Realtor. Gary, what do you got for us, big dog? Good to see your face.
You too. Thanks for everything, Elias. Full circle moment, right? My key takeaway is when you're watching the TV, other people are presenting the content, right? We have to realize that we're creating our own show that we're living in. And would anyone be willing to watch what we're doing? Like, are we doing anything that ourselves would even watch? That's why a lot of us are scared to talk to ourselves in the mirror. We're scared of, we let ourselves down a lot of times, myself included. But it's okay to forgive yourself and keep moving forward and start over right now. Like, I don't care. Right now is a good time to start, right? They say, when's a good time? I said, man, yesterday, but before that, right now, it's going to be. So, Elias, thanks for all the inspiration. All Basie says is get to it. Quit crying about it. Quit crying about it. Get to it, baby.
Right. That's right. Well, I appreciate you, big dog. And I'm going to go, Kim. You'll be our last contribution because I want to respect everybody's time. But I do see Nicole's hand up, so maybe I can get to both. But Kim, one key takeaway from our time together today.
You know, when you talk about somebody taking like 8 months to get a deal, it gave me inspiration because, you know, when the road is hard, I can't stop. I got to keep on going because I'm going to get there like they got there. And then about the whole diet thing or, you know, getting active, what has helped me before when I used to snack a lot is I would take a bag of chips at the grocery store, look on the back, how many servings, how many calories, add all those calories and say, if I don't take this home, these calories do not go into me.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah, damn right. You know what I did with the nuts? I portioned them out in little, I measured them with the 1/4 cup. I measured them and that's my snack versus the whole giant bag from Costco.
Yeah.
So Kim, I appreciate you. Nicole, I want to respect everybody's time. Rapid fire, Nicole. One key thought, one key takeaway.
Just wanted to say congratulations and make sure you have some tissues handy for mom.
I will. And she doesn't know, but she's going to help me hand out popsicles to the crowd because I'm going to have popsicles given to all the people in my popsicle hotline presentation to really bring it home. You remember when Slim Shady, back in the days, all the people in their white shirts came out, I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. That's the type of environment that I'm gonna create at Inman. So you guys, I appreciate you. Much love and respect. Listen, if you are an alumni for Intensity, remember, we have the exclusive alumni mastermind going down at 10 a.m. If you are not a graduate from Intensity, you are not invited. I love you, but I will see you in a little bit. You guys have an amazing, amazing day. And as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision to make today a day that matters. Peace, everybody.